Hi there, everybody. How you doing? Welcome in. Let's just make sure my music isn't clashing. It is. Let's lower that. You had two separate things happening there. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness me, that was barely a bubble blast. Oh shit, all of this isn't on. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, I can do this. Hey! There we go! Look at that! Right, everything's all set up. Ry3D, hiya, how's it going? Welcome in, what's even happening? Wonderful to have you in. It was almost a good start to the stream, wasn't it? There, but I messed up technologically speaking. Why have I got that? Hi, Freddie. Freddie, do you hear me talking to all the people? Oh, speaking of Freddie, once again, everybody, thanks very much for helping us out with Fred's bills and all that. But it's the start of the stream, so I might as well put up the donation thing. Because we're about a third the way there, folks. I was looking at it all. Fred's vet bills link, bang. Welcome in, folks. At the start of the stream, what we like to do is share any good news, big or small. And my good news is, I know I'm getting to it, Pepper. I'm telling people. If you wouldn't have interrupted, I would have already told them, Pepper. I know. Pepper, come. Pepper, come. I can hear do. Come on then. Hey. Where do we get, Lee? She's been away. Rachel's trying to get her to bed. The house is all active. Aye, so I'll pin this message here that I did on the last stream. Can you see that now? Should be able to see it. And already I've reached, I think over a third of the goal, which is amazing. Hello, Ry3D, welcome in. How's it going? How's it even going? And welcome in, and how's it going? Thank you very much, everybody, for being in. So I wasn't on earlier today because I had a thing that I was doing in work. And I think all of that went well. And thank you very much to WeShed for driving me into work because I was waiting for a taxi for about 40 minutes. Taxi never came. And I had a big meeting and I was just like, oh no. And thankfully it all worked out and I got in and it was all good. Yesterday though, see after the stream, I was on such a high that I didn't go to sleep last night. I just stayed sitting here last night, working on stuff throughout the night. Didn't even lie down. I didn't even lie down. So didn't go to sleep last night. And then I went and did a big sort of presentation thing in work to my boss's boss, who was my old boss, and some other cool guys that are kicking about. I think it went good. I think it went well. It was useful to speak to people about a certain type of technology that, you know what I mean? So all that was good. So I did that on zero sleep. And then I came back home and I still wasn't tired. So I sat down on a video chat with B. Dolan. And I was like, right, Dolan, because we had some stuff to do. See, that Rust music video, right? We legitimately sat down to try and do the Rust music video. And when I sat down, I looked at a list of files that were on my computer. And so it's just a big wall of text. But between the letters on the text, I was hallucinating kind of like TV static snow. Because I thought my monitor was bad. And I was like that. Oh no, right, that's my eyeballs. That's my eyeballs that are doing that. So I had the energy to sit down with Dolan and continue doing stuff. But I thought, nah. If my eyes aren't working, if my eyes aren't working, I'm going to go for a wee lie down. I'm going to go and try and get to sleep. And then just as I lay down to try and get to sleep, the Apple event came on. Did everybody see the Apple event? Eh? Oh, the Apple people have released a whole raft of new things that are exactly like the old things. So I was in bed and some American was telling me about this new watch that can detect all this, and it's just like, so I fell asleep to that, and I didn't see all of it, but what I did see, I was like, right, and then I just woke up maybe about 20 minutes ago, and I thought I'd come on and do a stream because I wasn't on earlier today. So there we go. At the start of the stream, I like to share good news. And hey, listen, you can share your good news. You can put your good news in the chat. If you've got any good news, big or small, I would like to know what your good news is. My good news is that the stress and stuff I was going through about Fred's vet bills has definitely been reduced, if not alleviated, because of that last stream that we had. If you weren't in the last stream, I set up a place where folk can contribute, if you want, to Fred's vet bills. Somebody wanted to pay in crypto, and I was like, do you know what? There's a time and a place, and it's here and now, and I figured out a way of even accepting crypto. I'm not into that, but you know what I mean? I'll take free money, geese it, for Freddie's vet bills. But like the majority of people used actual money, and I was toting it all up, and I think we're nearly about a third of the way there. So the goal deadline is like the 8th of December, and I can't believe it. So thank you very much, everybody. I was recording wee thank you videos earlier with Fred, but he got a bit bored, so he went and did his own thing. So I've not made it all the way through thank you videos. Did anybody receive a wee thank you video via my website? Did that work? And did you see it? How was that as an experience on your end? You know what I mean? Anyway, today I'm playing a new game, right? Might be shite, might be kind of good, and within the game, it's a drug dealer simulator. Mr. K. Watkins, how's it going? Oh, Mr. K. Watkins, you misspelled that there. Good evening. Hope you're well. I'm not well, but I'm well. I tell you that, Mr. K. Watkins, thank you very much for coming in. Thanks very much for the sub. Let me fix this for you. That's very unprofessional. You see this wee bit of the screen? Oh, rotten. So, has anybody got any good news? How you doing? Welcome in. What he's up to? What he's up to this evening? Hello, Carivore. Hello, Scottish Mama Bear. Welcome in. Hello, Rewild. Carivore says, I caught yesterday's VOD and it was incredible. I even got a bit emotional. I mean, how did no one notice the moustache? Seriously, though, it was amazing. Thank you. It was really good, wasn't it? The folk that I was speaking to today in work would have ripped the piss out of me for the moustache. So I just shaved it off. I was like, listen, they would have ripped me for it. And quite rightly. But I might get it back, might get it grown back out. Scottish Mama Bear, it was incredible. It was really good. Good news, final 4 weeks at work before travelling to Australia on my own for a whole month to visit family. The third bit, visit family, wasn't like, it incrementally got better. And I was like, all right, to visit family. Excited to see family. I've not managed to in 15 years. No, that bit's good. And apprehensive of the deadly wildlife. Scottish Mama Bear, that sounds bloody dynamite. Wow, that's like a once in a lifetime thing. So when do you do that? In 4 weeks? Right, so on the calendar, you just need to endure 4 weeks worth of work. That's incredible. I'd love to travel a wee bit, I definitely would. Hello, Rewild, welcome in. Good news, it's my birthday. Rewild, happy birthday, by the way. Had a lovely day off work doing fuck all, then a meal with my family. It's been a shite year, so good to feel the new one starting on a good note. 100% Rewild. Listen, there's a time and a place, and it's here and now. Rewild, happy birthday. I'll do this before Rachel gets to sleep. Here we go. Rewild. There we go. There we go. Kind of hurt myself a wee bit during that, but I had to commit to the bit. So I don't know if you noticed my expression was just a wee bit like. So if it's anybody else's birthday, I'm going to make an executive decision to not do any more armpit for music things for this stream, because that's enough. Rewild, I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Welcome in. Hello, Weeshed. How's it going? Hello, beneath the headphones. Echo Thump says, nice glasses. Cheers. My glasses. Sitting back on makes me look mental. Makes me look as if I've got like a rifle connection or something. Or like if I know things about military UFO secrets or something like that. Could we all wish Rewild a happy birthday in chat? 100%. Lovely subscreen. Aye. Are you going to sell some drugs in those shades? Aye. Echo Thump, how's it going? Hello, John Candy fan. Where did you get those beauties? John Candy fan. And anybody who's interested in any sort of glasses, AliExpress. We're talking like £6. And they're quality. I was talking about AliExpress glasses to my dad today. So these are just tinted, right? The lens isn't prescription, but it's polarized. You see that? Look at the purple. See that? But look at the monitor reflection. So they're polarized lenses. Highly recommend if you're a bespectacled person like myself, also known as a specky bastard in certain circles. What you can do is, like, if you wear glasses, you know how expensive glasses frames are, right? And it's a big scam because there's only about 3 companies in the world that make glasses frames, whether it be acetate or metal in those cases or whatever. So when you go into an optician's, lenses are expensive, but what's also really expensive is the frames for them, right? I've got some in my. So what I've been doing for the past twice that I've went to get my glasses done is going to AliExpress, right? On AliExpress, you can get things like these for less than a tenner. And the build quality is like just as good as glasses that in the past I've paid, 180 quid for or 200 quid for. It just looks as good. So if you can get them for a tenner from AliExpress, delivered from China, then you can wear them, try them out at home, and see if they don't suit you or something. They didn't cost you that much. So what I'll do is buy like 5 different pairs, try them on at home. I've maybe lost 40 quid in the process of trying ones on that I don't like, but then there'll be one pair that I'm like, you know what, they're good, and they're dirt cheap. So of that pair, I might then get different colours, but they're just for the frames with like dummy lenses. So then when you've got the frames, you take them to a real optician here in Scotland. Free eye tests in Scotland, right? Hello, Zafra Cakes. How you doing? Welcome in. How's it going? And also, how's it even going? Hello, Carla. Thank you very much for the sub, Carla. My first pair of glasses made me look like Deirdre Barlow. I was 4. Deirdre Barlow's no bad, by the way. Hiya, Carla. Welcome in. How's it going? Zafra Cakes, rivalries aside, etc. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the nicest thing I'm ever going to say. Zafra Cakes says 10:30. You are a prat, by the way. End of. Get it, Rooney. Welcome in, folks. I'm 10:30, and you can call me he and him. I go by that sort of stuff. And Zafra Cakes calls me other things, but let's not get into that just now. Seriously, Bilal, thank you very much, man. We need to play video games at some point. So if you're just in, I've just started, and listening to all these Zafra Cakes is lot at the start of the stream. What I like to do is share some good news, right? See, on the internet out there, you've got all these people with their bad attitudes and their bad vibes, man, and they're getting us down, man. And I'm not having that. So I'm in charge of this part of the internet, and we share good news. So if anybody's got any good news, big or small, let me know what it is. My good news is that yesterday you raised over £1,000 for Fred's medical treatment. So Fred Macaulay has got cancer. Not the comedian Fred Macaulay. Well, it turns out he does have cancer recently. But we're not raising money for Fred Macaulay, the comedian. I've got a collie called Fred. And I've got a link in the thing. It was amazing. Didn't plan to do it. Went on, and we've already got over $1,000, which is like a third the way to the goal, which is like away in December. So I think we're on. I think we're on a good track, everybody. How cool is that? Hello, Scroobius Pip. Welcome in. How's it going? I slept through your full stream today, and I'm looking forward to catching it on the VOD. So I'm really looking forward to that. How's it going, man? Welcome in. Hello, Funko. How you doing? I'm just starting my stream. I'm just starting at the top. I'm going to go down. I have downloaded Schedule 1, which is a game where we sell drugs to people. And so I'm going to get tore into that in just a wee second. But first, hi, how you doing? So if you've missed the start of the stream, basically, I didn't sleep last night. Didn't even lay down last night. I woke up at about 9 in the morning yesterday. Stayed up until about 5 o'clock tonight or 6 o'clock tonight. Went for a brief sleep. I'm just awake again and straight to streaming. So if I seem a wee bit wilder than usual, I feel a bit Gene Wilder. So what have I missed when I was asleep? The Apple event for all you iPhone nerds and your Apple Watch nerds and all of that. Hammy is in. Hammy has been watching. Hammy's on American time and in Los Angeles, California. So Hammy will be like in all about all the hype, man. Hammy says the iPhone 17 Pro camera is crazy good. Crazy good. I saw a thing saying that the sensor on the camera is now square. So with the new iPhone, if you take a photo like this, it's the same as taking a photo like this in terms of like how it comes out. So the sensor is square, which means that's the same as that. So if you want to take a panorama or if you want to shoot video in a 16:9 ratio, you can shoot like this. Which, do you remember the whole vibe about like, say no to vertical video? We deserve, this is obviously before TikTok and stuff. Do you remember all of that? Always shoot video in 16:9 widescreen so that it fits on, you know, people doing tweets with claps between the words. I never know where the claps go. Do the claps go on the word like that? Like your mum scalping your arse? Don't do that again. Or do the claps like go between the words like that? Like some weird fucking syncopated polyrhythm, mad math rock percussion stuff? Because that's hard to do. Here, that would be pretty good. Say if somebody's giving you a row and ends up just sort of percussing over it as they're like growling at you, you'd be bamboozled. You'd be like, aye, right, fair enough, okay, whatever you're saying. Welcome in, everybody. I'm underslept. So I have not saw the Apple thing. I saw a wee bit. I saw the watch stuff, and I was just like, we gotta know it's the best watch. The watch is the best. Don't know why it's Christopher Walken. It's just the same sort of stuff, isn't it, really? Except this one can detect if you're ill or something like that. Did Apple show graphs with indeterminate y-axes? I don't know, relax, it's Max, but that does my head in as well. Don't get me wrong, I would love all the shiny stuff that Apple announced today, but it's all really dear in a time where everybody's fucking skint. I don't think it does anything special. Is it better than the old one? Probably. Do I need it? No. However, my phone battery is really suffering. So I was looking for if new phones came out today, maybe the older phones. Goodness me, Mario Leonard, thank you very much for chucking a $5 towards Freddie's vet bills. I really very much appreciate that. Thank you very much. And everybody that chucks money towards Fred's vet bills gets a wee private video message from me and Fred. We were recording some today. We got through maybe 6 or 7 of them. Then Fred got bored and it just went away. So I didn't want to do it on my own. Has anybody received one of those video messages? Because I want to know what it's like on your end. Espadrille says, I got a lovely video with Fred pretending to be shy. I recorded one of the videos and it turns out Fred had his pinger out in it. Fred was getting quite excited. And if that was on Twitch, I would have to delete it and stuff. But somebody got a very special video where you can see Fred's pinger because he's all quite excited. Pedropolis says, speaking of watches, did you know you can get a replacement board to put in the classic Casio digital watches to give them Bluetooth and fitness features? Pedropolis, I did not. Are we talking very expensive, or are we talking DIY and cheap and reasonable? That's cool. There's a watch that Casio put out that Zafra if he's still in, might know about, because it's a cheap Casio watch that looks cool. I forget the name of it, but comedians use it because it's a cheap one that's got like a vibration timer in it. So when you're doing your solid 5, it'll give you like a wee vibrate to 4 minutes in or whatever, because comedians and stage people like to, keep track of their time if they're responsible. But that watch, the Casio something something, it looks cool. It looks up my street. It's just like an old vintage watch. Was featured in bomb making, in like PDFs and stuff that the CIA uncovered some like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And the reason the people making the bombs used that watch was because it was just a very popular, very, very cheap watch. No matter what city you were in, you could go and buy one. So I think it was like ISIS or something like that released leaflets saying, all right, you want to make bombs on a timer? Consider this watch because it's really cheap and everybody's got one. However, in America, the Americans saw that watch in that document and then decided to ban that, or well, maybe not ban the watch, but use it as an indicator to pull people aside at airports. And it just ended up in a big car crash because, well, you know what I mean, because it was one of the most popular watches ever that was now down as a terror threat. So, within 100 people that go through, maybe 10 of them would be wearing the watch or something like that. Hellish. So I've always wanted to get one of them just to like falsely trigger some ancient security device. Because obviously I'm not going to bomb anybody. Hello, Catherine Eby. Welcome in. How's it going? Funko Albert says, we don't have to deal drugs in real life. We can use the game. Let's use the game. We're dealing drugs in a game today. We will see how it goes. Anybody remember Shareware Drug Wars? I do remember Drug Wars. I think this will be maybe a wee bit like that. That was on my Windows computer back in the day. 10:30, are you soloing Schedule 1 or playing it with others? Right now is the first time I've ever opened it up, so I'm going to solo it. But I was speaking to, like, B. Dolan's played it, Lam has played it, Cudder's played it, I think Ad has played it, and various other people. I'm not, like, I'm going to start a save just now. I probably won't get right into this game, but it was on offer recently, so I thought I would get it when it was on offer. WeChip, nice one. WeChip's just placed an order on my website. That's class. Go on yourself, big man. Site's looking class. Cheers. And Gary Black, thanks very much for chucking money towards Fred. I appreciate that, Gary Black. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. So, what I was thinking about doing was starting a Schedule 1 game, and at some point, like maybe B. Dolan will come in for a day and teach me how to grow weed in the game. And anything that he does on that game is saved to my save. And then maybe another time Cudder will come in and tell me how to, like, punch my enemies or something like that. I don't know. I've been watching people play it, but I've not played it myself. But I'm going to just go in. I'm going to use it as a vehicle to just sit and talk rubbish rather than actually to go in and play the game. So we'll see how it goes. If I have fun, might play it again. If I don't have fun, I might still play it again, but I will get people in, rather than just do it solo, because I don't think it's played best solo. Scribby's Pippin, Zafra kicking off in chat there. I want to make it clear, I didn't come in with Bilal. I was here from the start with glasses and Pipper barking and hallucinating. Thanks very much for proving that there. Do you know what I mean? Pip furiously has went on the VOD and rewound it and just skipped through to get some topics so that he can pretend that he didn't come in. There, Scroobius Pip there, ashamed to be one of Zafra lot. It's sad to see. It's sad to see, Pip. Sometimes you need just to lean into it. Carla, how are you? Carla Louise Levin is in, who's got a wee bit of good news to share, folks. Carla says, good news, I'm in LA for work and finally got to visit the lot. I feel very lucky today and also very hungover. Goodness me, that's class. Carla, you're doing film stuff or game stuff? because Hammy is in LA doing game stuff as well. And I think both of you are very big studios and stuff you're working for. So you might be working in proximity to each other. Hammy does game development, graphic design, and all that sort of stuff for big people at Sony and things. And similarly, Carla's, well, I don't know if you've spoke publicly about who you're working for and stuff, so I won't say that. But it's a similar sort of vibe. Bought an iPhone 16 Pro on release, says Gary Black. Oh, hi Mootsy, how's it going? And hi Electric Candlelight. Have they fixed that Liquid Glass UI? Don't know, not sure. Hello Gary Black. Have they fixed the Liquid Glass UI? Don't know, haven't seen it. Your LinkedIn friends, amazing, there you go. If you two strike some multi-million dollar deal because I've introduced you, I want a kickback, thank you very much. Or at least an Easter egg in whatever project you're working on. Back to the Instagram square, totally. Well, the sensor size in the new iPhone is a square, but I'm pretty sure if you take an image... Goodness me, Corny, thank you very much for chucking cash. Give Fred and Pippa a scratch from me in Wales. I can't speak Welsh. Please don't refund the money that you just sent. Corny, I really appreciate that. It's a lot of money. Thank you very, very much for chucking cash towards Freddy Dog. That was 20 quid. Thank you very much. Gary Black says, I bought an iPhone 16 Pro on release, still waiting on most of the AI features they confidently announced. I never buy any piece of technology based on what the manufacturer promises it will do. Last time I encountered that was that bloody, the wee orange thing, what's it called? Here, check out how I didn't want to be late on stream. So I made tea but didn't milk it, right? But then, check out how fancy this is, man. I got a wee side of milk. And I think it's a good time to add milk to the tea. Carla has just texted me 2 images. Are these safe to look at on stream? Or will I wait until after stream to give them a wee squiz? 1030 invents a new genre of music, bamboozle step, 100%. All the cameras in the back of the iPhone 17 Pro are 48 megapixels, but can now record ProRes RAW. Couldn't the previous ones record ProRes RAW? And supports Genlock? Aye, the Genlock thing's wild. You can attach a Blackmagic breakout to it. It's unreal, man. Unreal. GDad4211, how's it going? 57 months? It's a long wait. It's a long way for the Rust days. Aye. GDad, thank you very much for sticking with me throughout the multiple cancellations of the Rust days. We've got through the other end, and now look at us. Look at us, GDad4211. Thanks very much for subbing. As soon as I get to the bottom of the chat, I'm going to jump into the game. But in the meantime, I'll check that out in a wee second. Goodness me, mate. Pip, thanks very much, man. Pip's just chucked a wee bit of money in the Fred Medicine Fund. Thank you very much for that, man. This is to help with the comedian Fred Macaulay with his cancer. Fuck, man. That's now officially logged on a payment portal somewhere, and I could get done for fraud. Thank you very much, Pip. If I get done for fraud, I'm taking you down with me, mate. Seriously, man, thanks a lot. Yous are all cool. I was nearly crying earlier. I was sitting down with Fred. For everybody that chucks money towards these bills, Rob just placed an order on my merch shop. Thank you very much. For everybody that chucks money towards Fred's medical bills, me and Fred have been recording a wee video just to say thanks. And it got quite emotional. We're just sort of trying to batter through them. And he's just looking at me and he's just trusting that all the stuff that I'm saying is good. And he's wagging his tail and he's leaning into me. Oh, God, man. But it's really good news because we are, we're making it all happen, everybody. So thank you very much. So I did have pet insurance. The pet insurance has run up and there's a gap between when the pet insurance has run up and the policy renews. That gap is costing me personally about £3,000. And just yesterday, we've raised £1,000 to really help with that. And there's still money coming in. So thanks very much, everybody. I think what I'd like to do is create like a totalizer, you know, like in Blue Peter and stuff when they were doing a fundraising thing. And it would light up, you know, your goals here. And we're like, bloop, 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 bloop. Mr. K. Watkins, thank you very much, mate. Hope he gets well soon. Thank you very much. That's twice somebody's written well, but they've put a Q instead of a W. Somebody did that earlier on in here, and somebody's just done it there. Is there a national shortage? Oh, it was you, Mr. K. Watkins. So have you done that intentionally? You've written quell there and quell there instead of well. Is that a Zaffer Cakes bit or something? I mean, you can do what you want. But I was just wondering if that's a meme these days. Like 6-7. You've seen young people are saying numbers now. And if you don't know what it means, then it's because you're old. Young people are saying numbers. Did you know young people are saying numbers? 6-7. Bet. I know about it all. You need to do this as well. So is quell like 6-7? I think it is. Seriously though, thank you very, very much. Hammy says, I want to make Ripley's double Casio watch from Alien. That would be cool, man. That would be decent. I'm sure on the Replica Props forum somebody's done that. I thought Fred was scratching to get out the back, but he's just drinking water. Right. Here we go. I've played a lot of this game, some solo, but mostly with 3 others. When you play solo, you will have your work cut out for you. Nobody's joining the game today. I will probably play it with some others, but I just thought I would jump on. I just wanted to stream more than anything. So if it turns out this game's a bit rubbish to play solo, I'll cancel it and we'll watch an episode of Tomorrow's World or something like that. I just want to be sitting here streaming and talking to people and stuff rather than I focus on playing whatever this is. So I thought we'd check it out. But as soon as I get a whiff that it's maybe not a good idea, we'll pivot to something else. And we will wait until we've got a crowd in. Where are we? Cool, there you go. Look at me. I've put Hammy and Carla together professionally so that they can compare industry notes. Look at that, man. Look at stuff happening right here live. Twitch.tv/1030. I'm putting Californian games businesses in touch with each other. Look at that. They'll get a flat rate of $10.30. Oh, okay, agreed. Yes, okay, agreed. There's no Schedule 1 tonight. He's in too deep on Square sensors. Well, I don't know too much about all the iPhone stuff. I intended to maybe come on during the Apple announcement and we could watch it live, because I think I did that a couple of years ago. But honestly, I was too tired. I literally didn't go to sleep. I didn't even lie down last night. I just stayed here and got through lots of work. And then went into work, did a big presentation. I think it went well. I think it was really good. And then came home and at about 6, eventually just fell asleep. Well, I think it was after 6 because I did see, maybe 20 past, because I did see a wee bit of the watch stuff. So I'm kind of naive, other than with the headlines of the Apple stuff. So I'll maybe watch that later on. You can milk tea. Always milk your tea. I haven't had sugar in my tea since, 2004 or something. But I like my milk in my tea. Feel free to show taking on my iPhone, not in Square. Right, Carla's sent some stuff over. Listen, everybody, I'm getting all these notifications about that's class, man. Look, Carla was on the Warner Brothers lot. Is it one of the things where, it's actually a lot smaller in real life? Was it one of they sort of things? Just like film sets? That's cool, man. Do you know that there are 3 cartoon, like, animal sort of things, and they live in there, and they get up to some wacky adventures, man, let me tell you that. It's like 2 guys and a girl, and honestly, man, they run about, and, like, see, the security guards have got issues with them and stuff like that, but deep down, man, they're, like, a pivotal part of the scene. And I'll be honest, I wish them well. Seriously, I know Roddy Hart. Do you know Roddy Hart? He's a composer. I was at his wedding last year. Who composed the music for the Steven Spielberg Animaniacs. Don't know why we didn't think of him for the film Pip, by the way. He's like a literal Hollywood composer that just stays down the road. I should have mentioned him. Anyway. And he worked on the new Animaniacs with Steven Spielberg. It's like, what? He's a cool guy. Right, where are we? Carla, that looks cool, man. Did you see the window display, the lot we made for PlayStation? Look at that. Discourse is happening. Industry discourse is happening in my chat. I have a 50mm measuring cylinder for milk, like a wee mad science guy. Like Bill Nye, the wee mad science guy. It's cool that Bill Nye never worked as a scientist. He was only ever a science educator. So that's why, like in a lower third Aston strap, it'll always just be like science guy, which is funny. Maximum respect to Bill Nye. I think he's cool. Where are we? I maybe lean into a joke. Second time, yes. Pain in the behind. Predictive text keeps screwing me. Cool, Mr. K. Watkins. Thanks very much for explaining it, because I just didn't know if there was a thing that I should know about. I reckon the first one was a typo and the second a callback. Brilliant. It did confuse me because I forgot exactly what username did it, and it just rubbed my brain a wee bit. I was like, what? But now it all makes sense. Thank you very much for us taking the time to get to the bottom of Well Quell. I also thought it was a wee bit like, you know, that guy that B. Dolan says that I remind him of. What is that? Dolan, are you in? You know, the Ackwell. You know that guy? From Axel Foley. Axel Foley's Beverly Hills Cop. Wasn't it? When he's meeting... Yep, that's us.
I'm fine. My name is Serge, and how can...
Quite often on stream, I'll be talking about the Tories or something, and I'll be all pissed off, and I don't have any way of ending the train of thought, and I'll just be like, well. And B. Dolan isn't used to those syllables because he is an American. So when he hears well, he's like, I recognise that for somewhere. And he sort of scanned his brain library because he's into the sound of words. He's like a rapper man. And he identified where he recognised me saying Ackwell from. And it's this. Although in order for you to hear it, I think I need to close this down maybe. And then I need to do this.
I'm fine. My name is Serge, and how can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Miss Jenny Summers.
It's very busy today. Maybe you give me your name?
My name's Axel Foley.
And what it's pertaining?
I didn't understand what you said.
Pertaining, what it's meaning, regarding.
Oh, what's it regarding? I'm an old acquaintance of hers.
Danae? One moment. Don't run and tell me, Summers, that Mr. Ahmed Foley is here to see...
Axel Foley. Axel.
Achwell?
Axel.
Foley is here to see her.
So that Achwell, just that quarter of a second of a thing, was in Dolan's brain. And he identified it. He's like, there it is. He sent to me like 3 weeks after. And I'm like, what is this? He's like, there it is, Beverly Hills Cop. I'm like, what is it? He's like, thing you say? Ackwell? And I was like, all right, aye, cool. Well observed, man. Well observed for like an international brain that, you know, has to listen to Scottish syllables. I thought it was kind of interesting. Right, I've messed around my full Twitch setup. So where was I? There we go. Right, everybody, I'm back in chat. Back in chat, back on top. All right. I showed my mate your Stone Cold CBT AI when they were on an edible, and they went silent for 15 minutes. That's amazing. I was talking about that today in work, actually. So I need to record a video showcasing Stone Cold AI, my games master, Hal, and I don't think David Lynch. I don't think I will show people David Lynch again. We did that as a wee test, and I learned what I needed to from the test. CI4ND, thanks very much for donating a tenner to the Freddy Fund. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We raised over £1,000 on the last stream, and there's money coming in, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot. But for anybody who's interested, I'm aware it's a cost of living crisis just now, and on Twitch, there's loads of people raising loads of money for loads of different things. Right now, I'm raising money for this guy, and if you're interested in supporting, basically he's got cancer, and if we do a CHOP treatment, he might live on average for like an extra year. And that would be cool, man, because he's my most favourite pal in the entire world. And he's a cool boy for the most part. He's a wee horrible man sometimes when we've got disagreements about who should be up on the bed and who should be allowed lasagna and things like that. But for the most part, he means well. And if you would like to help, you're more than welcome to. The link is in the Twitch chat. And sincerely, thank you very much, everybody who has done so. I chucked that online yesterday, and already we've raised a third of what I need to raise before December. So really incredible stuff, everybody. Thank you very much. All right, so let me read the chat, and then we'll go in. We'll have a wee shot of this game, and if the game's pish, I'll maybe just wait until other people are about and we can play it in a group. The new iPhone comes with water inside it, not a joke. Is that the new, like, a vapor cooling or something? Could you check your now payments to see if a few bob went through? Hugh TV, I got 2 payments yesterday, and I know who one of them was from, but there was another one that I didn't know who it was from. So Hugh TV, did you send it yesterday? So I can't check it just now. I need to check that on my laptop. I've got it set up to my laptop. So thank you very much if you did that, Hugh TV. If you've just sent it, like in the past, since I've started streaming there, I've not received it yet, but it's not to say that it hasn't went through. Sent it about 20 minutes ago. I will have a look. My laptop isn't even plugged in or anything like that. So I don't know if I get an email for that or whatever. Where's the totalizer? I know Pablo Diablo, I need to do it. So Hugh TV, thank you very, very much. I've not seen it come through, but I will let you know. And I think with stuff like that, sometimes it does take a wee while as well, doesn't it? Sometimes to come through. That is for cryptocurrency, everybody. See if you're somebody with loads of cryptocurrency. On that link, there is a link, and I will take your cryptocurrency. There's a time and a place to concede and to do things like that. And Fred's Vet Bills is one of them. Somebody said, listen, I've got crypto, do you want it? And I was like, aye, I do, actually, aye. Yes, I will take it. So that's what Hugh TV's talking about with, like, now payments is a different thing. But anyway, Hugh TV, I will let you know, and thank you very much. I have an aunt who ducks a lot. Phone changes it in not a nice way. I don't know what all this is about. Where are we? Donald looked massive to me because I'm tiny in it. You are tiny, that's fair. 100%. I know the Warner Brother a lot well. Went there for a lot of Conan tapings with Sloss. Amazing, man. That sounds brilliant. The animals are siblings in the tower. I understand, yes. I'm not too far from the Sony lot. If I get time, I'll check that out. Amazing. I'm at the Quill guy now. It looks like it. A Quill. Mootsy says Warner's lot has a few of the worst intersections. Binds up there often. I've heard Los Angeles is terrible for traffic. That's the most old guy thing I've ever said. I've heard Los Angeles is terrible for traffic. That's my contribution. Remember Ellie? Never been. Don't have anything. I don't know anything. When I think of Los Angeles, I'm thinking of like Snake Plissken and shit. We need to find the president, or Los Angeles is gonna explode. In Escape from New York, there's a scene in it where he's got a countdown on a watch. It's like a liquid crystal display watch, and Kurt Russell's looking at the countdown, and there's a scene and he looks at it and it says 10:30. I got a screenshot of that ages ago, so we might use that as some form of wonderful channel point redemption. Maybe we could do that in here. Maybe every time 10:30 shows up in a piece of popular media, right, in some sort of visual sense, we could clip it and stick it as wee clips up here. Hello, Warpath. How you doing? Welcome in. Warpath says, evening 10:30 in chat. Hope all is well. I'm doing really good. Look at that, Doug. That is a happy Doug. That is a cool happy Doug. Fucking hell, Carla. Thank you very much for that. Carla, that's a lot of money. Thanks very much for chucking 50 quid into the Fred Fund, Carla. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. What a legend, man. This is all brilliant, folks. So thank you a lot. Thank you. Where are we? Did Roddy Hart do the Countries of the World Animaniacs song? No, he did the new, I think there was a new Animaniacs film like last year or coming out this year or 2 years ago or something like that. You know what it's like with films when people work on it, you sometimes don't see it for 5 years Or it could have been ages ago, I didn't watch the thing. But it was a Steven Spielberg Animaniacs thing that he worked on. Carla, that was really cool. Thank you very much. Hello, Helixio. Hello, Sean McBrooks. There's a great clip from a pod if I'm talking about how that scene changed his life. Cool. What's that guy's name? He was a stand-up comedian, wasn't he? Satlas says, I was watching Miami Vice the other night and Teller popped up with a speaking part. Amazing. That's cool. Penn and Teller used to pop up in the most wild stuff. I've saw Penn and Teller in Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I've saw Penn in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. They do cameos. There was another thing. They were on another Nickelodeon project as well, weren't they? God, time for Penn and Teller, man. Aye, Pablo Diablo, we need a totalizer. I totally agree. Although by the time I get around to building a totalizer, with the rate we're going, we'll probably have reached the goal of the Fred Fund. So with the totalizer, I need to discount the tax that I'll be paying on this. So all of these are down as gift donations, but even then I need to declare it as income. So in the totalizer, I want to like take all of that into account and stuff like that as well. But by the time I actually get around to making it, my ex-brother-in-law's Doug needed a similar surgery and was very happy and healthy for another year before passing. Very worth it for his quality of life. Amazing me. So, well, what's kind of cool about Fred is that he doesn't need surgery, right? So it's lymph node cancer. It's not cool at all. And that affects the full body. So there isn't like one bit that they can go in and just cut out or whatever. So it's chemotherapy that is a full body thing. So we originally found it here and went in and the vet checked all the other lymph nodes, like in his legs and under his arms and stuff. And she was just like, well, all right. So they don't like the term that it's spread because it's not like that with this. It's that the full body's all part of it. But honestly, the next day after the first chemotherapy treatment, like he was out of it, man. He was spaced out and just up for cuddles and stuff. But the lumps that were previously here had like reduced down to like about 1/10 of the size. And then the next day you couldn't even feel them. So we're going in every week for something like 16 weeks, but then there's break weeks. So this week is a break week to give his body time to recover. Sometimes it's a pill that he gets. Sometimes it's like an intravenous thing. But it's really worth doing. I think I want to give him Upstairs Down. Thank you very much for donating cash. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much. I want to give him the best chance because I don't know if anybody knows about collies, right? But when collies are young, they're wee nutters sometimes. And this dog was a wee nutter, and we've been through a lot to like for him to respect me as a as a person and as like as a cohabiter, and to take rows off me sometimes. And see, just in the past couple of months, he's really mellowed out and chilled out and became a far lovelier dog to deal with in stressful situations than what he used to before. He's brilliant, man. He was always a good dog, but I noticed a couple of months ago, like, oh, cool, he's entering like an older or sort of middle-aged thing, and he's getting a bit cuddly, and he would never be up for cuddles, and he's like sharing the bed and stuff like that, and maybe not being as childish about disputes about food and things like that he used to be. And I'm like, I like this new Fred, this is cool. And so if there's an opportunity for me to get another year of that, then I'm going to do everything that I can to take it. So thanks very much, everybody, for helping and all of that sort of stuff. He's a wee nutter, man. I like him a lot. He's my best pal, and I want to do everything that I can for him. So thanks for helping out. Hugh TV, thank you, and I'll let you know. I will check the thing, but thank you very, very much. Mito says, my ex-brother-in-law's Doug needed a similar... Oh, I've just read that. The iPhone could do ProRes log, but the ProRes RAW is new to the iPhone 17 Pro. Basically, it records everything the sensor senses. Cool. Fuck's sake, Hammy, thank you very much. Hammy, thanks very much. That's a lot of money. Thanks for the 50 quid. So Fred has more time to hide your important electronics around the house. Thank you. This is amazing, everybody. Thank you very much. And for everybody donating to the Fred Fund, might take a couple of days, but you will get a video back. Me and Fred are recording sort of wee cameos to send back to you. It's all built into the thing, and it's working quite well. Who else has received a video today? We only did about 5 or 6, and Fred got bored and wandered off. But one of them, he had a full-blown erection. That's just made me wonder, did they use ProRes log for the take a picture, then turns it into a video that you can scrub through feature? Hello, Meatballs. I've not seen... I need to watch the Apple announcement thing. Give him a head scratch from me. Furry pals are important. Carla, thank you. Hugh TV says, congratulations, your donation has been processed successfully. Just took a bit longer. Amazing. Hugh TV, thank you very much for that. I used to watch Sabrina. I used to watch Sabrina as well. One of our aunties were actually no planned, by the way. When you're like 11, you're like, oh, aye. Okay. That was a foundational thing back when my brain was still developing. Penn was in that episode of Friends. I don't remember that. Funny that Friends episode with Joey. I'll need to see it. I don't remember Penn being in Friends. I was into Friends for a wee bit, but I'm not like one of the Friends people. This CHOP treatment can help some cancers go into remission. Aye, well, that's the plan. That's fingers crossed. That's what the deal is. But thanks again, everybody, man. I've been there, and I would have given anything for my beloved brother, sister, cat pairing to stay longer if I can help someone else. That's cool, man. Thank you so much, everybody. My elderly neighbour has incurable lymphoma. Been trying to help him with shopping, but he's too proud to accept any help for NHS workers. Admire his strength. Goodness me. I think there's nothing wrong when you need help. Although it's different for old folk, and it's different for a certain type of man sometimes as well. Because they're all caught up in their own bullshit sometimes. And I think it's absolutely fine. And the best strategy sometimes to just say, listen, I need a wee bit of help sometimes. And I don't think anybody should ever be ashamed of doing that when you do eventually need help. But it's hard to give help to somebody that doesn't want help, you know what I mean? Goodness me. My dad recently got over lymph node cancer. Best of luck to you, your friend. He'll do the same. Thank you, Mr. K. Watkins. The people at the animal hospital have been really brilliant about it. They're really cool. Meatballs, thank you very, very much for donating, Meatballs. That's really class of you. Thank you very much, man. What a class dog. He's a good guy. Aye. I don't want to go back and keep talking about it, because I did a full stream on it, but just thanks very much, everybody. It means a lot to me. Big Scary Deer says, I got my video today and it was really lovely. Did it all work okay? Did it come through as an email or what? How did you see it? Did you have to download anything, or was it good? Initial chemo didn't work, so you went on a medical trial to get a different drug. That sorted it right out. Amazing. I know somebody with Crohn's just now, so I don't know, Pip, if you're still in or if you're away to bed, because it's well past your bedtime, Scroobius Pip. But remember, we were in a cafe, and I was like, oh, I know that guy. And it was one of the weather presenters. So that's a guy called Callum. And I know him because he's a good guy. And you lot might know Callum, so I'll work alongside him. Jamie, mate. Jamie M, please. How's it going, Jamie? Thanks very much for coming in, and thanks very much for chucking his cash for Freddie, Jamie. Thank you very, very much, man. What a legend. If you're just in, I was talking about Callum here, this is my colleague, and I've got a lot of time for the guy. Soup, how you doing, Soup? This is from Ziggy. Soup and Ziggy, thank you very, very much for chucking cash towards Fred. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Goodness me. You're a legend. Hello, Super D. Thanks very, very much. Why am I talking about Callum again? Aye. So, just like we were talking about there, he had Crohn's disease, and he was just telling me, like, I didn't really know much about Crohn's. It's fucking horrible. And he lost an incredible amount of weight, and it really wasn't looking good. I'm going to maybe put a different picture up. And then they gave him this new drug, and the new drug has had like an incredible and an immediate effect. It's like a brand new thing, and he's responded to it really well, and he's absolutely bounced back. But he's a cool dude, man, and I like him a lot. And I didn't know about emerging drug technology for various things. Additional donation for Wee Fred's treatment. Warpath, you're a cool person. Warpath, thank you very, very much for that. How cool is Twitch sometimes? Amazing, everybody. I'll sit down with Fred tomorrow and we will fire out more videos. And then what I've got to do as well is add it all up. But I think right now we are maybe at about £1,200-ish. Some of the donations are coming through in dollars as well, so I need to like actually work it out. But at the end of the day, I needed to pay $3,000, and now I don't need to pay $3,000. Now it's a considerable chunk less than that. So these are all really cool, and I'm going to stop talking about it before I start greeting. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you don't mind that I just acknowledge it and kind of move on, because if I dwell on it too much, I don't know what to say about all that sort of stuff. But other than really thanks. I've been there and I would have given... sorry, I've just read that. I've just read that out. How shite's cancer, man? Where are we? Penn and Teller turn up in Babylon 5 as travelling magicians, and Teller speaks. But since they're a pair of trolls, they have Teller dubbed over by Harlan Ellison's voice. That's wild. That's right, Badass Billy Gunn is in Sabrina. That's amazing. Big Scary Deo says, I got an email with a link to your website where I watched on an embedded player. It was on Android and it all worked without a hitch. That's cool, man. Jamie, how's it going, man? I've not seen you in chat for ages. I hope you're doing good. Most welcome, been lurking a wee bit recently. I hope you're doing cool, man. Mr. K. Watkins says, they give it as a third drug on the NHS, but they think it's better than the second. So there's a global trial to make it the second. Cool. How good's just progress in technology? That is exactly right what I'm talking about at the start of the stream when I say like good news and stuff like that. Bad news travels because it makes everybody all raging and stuff like that, and it rustles our jimmies, and then we tweet about bad news, and then before you know it, you wake up and everybody's just talking about the worst stuff in the world. And then you see a first-hand account or two first-hand accounts about, no, this brand new drug literally saved my life. And it's just cool, man, that there is good sometimes. I don't know what my point is. Crohn's is horrible. I don't know too much about it. I know a few people with it, but they're all like kind of colleagues or friends of a friend's. And I've never been like, right, let's sit down and you can tell me all about it, shall you? But I was sitting with Callum because we share a room whenever I'm working. I share a room with the weather presenters, and they're all brilliant, man. Some of the best chat in that entire building comes for the weather presenters. They're cool. And we were just sitting. He's got an incredible passion and knowledge for his topic, for what he does. And I'm like not a weather nerd, right? But I can sit and listen to anybody talk about anything as long as they're doing it for a position of curiosity and wonder and passion. And it's cool just hearing him talk about clouds and stuff like that. He's, well, hi James, wait till I show you here. And he'll get it up and he'll show me like a satellite cloud coverage of a story that they're talking about. And he'll sit and patiently explain how different forms are coming in and what like your pressure bars mean, like really basic stuff for me. But he's a cool guy and I think he's cool. Saw Callum in the news last night talking about that. Seems like a great guy. Everybody pure loves him. D-Generation X, 100%. I finished my full treatment on Thursday, hoping I don't need another for a while. All the very best with that. Relax, it's Max. Jinx. Aye, best of luck. I'm sure you'll get Quell. Look at Mr. K. Watkins trying to make Quell a thing. Listen, Mr. K. Watkins, I think you just need to lean into this now, don't you? Let's make Quell a thing. Hashtag let's make Quell a thing. Would love to hear their takes on MAGA's ideas on weather. I think topics like that, because of who they are, they would be foolish to start tweeting stuff like that, because it would just cause a lot of work for for a lot of middle management. But I don't know. I don't want to speak for people on their behalf and all that. I don't know how it works in there when it comes to, if you're a public facing, like a presenter or something like that, and you tweet things, you know what I mean? It can sometimes be more hassle than it's worth. But it would be good to maybe have like a dedicated TV show that's designed to get to the bottom of stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not in charge of editorial output, so I'm going to stay clear away from that. But you're right, I would quite like to hear them talk about that. Relax, it's Max, all the very best. Upstairs Downstairs 10:30, did you ever get your animated avatar finished? Nah, totally lost interest. However, what I was thinking about with the animated avatar is to use this. Remember this wee mascot? Because I really like him. So instead of, remember I was drawing a version of myself and I was trying to simplify it down and like remember how Character Animator works. Sorry, I'm burping. So instead of drawing that character, I thought, wouldn't it be cool to use this wee character? And when I was working on stuff recently, really loud and right, you shush. When I was working on the Character Animator stuff recently, I found the test that I did for the BBC. So this is the last time I used Character Animator. This is an illustration I did of children's author Pam Burchill or Burchart or something like that. It's unfinished. If I was going to go into it further, I think there should be more separation in the neck versus the hair colour in the background. Because if you squint, it all just looks like the one sort of thing. But this was animated in Character Animator, and I thought this was gone. I thought there was only a version of it on Twitter, and Twitter had compressed it down. But this is an example of the tool back when I knew how to use it, about 6 years ago, and I haven't used it since. So I opened this tool a couple of days ago on stream, and we were going to try and make something, but it would require about 3 days of relearning stuff, so I just sacked it because it's not fun for you to watch. But this is how far I got last time.
As it gets loud, the claws come out, and then the head just kind of goes. Does that sound manageable? Is that something you thought you'd be doing today? And teachers, I see you looking at me, you're totally involved as well. And everyone in the classrooms, you're going to...
So it's a bit shaky and off. So I don't think this is the final output, because I remember animating when she goes, bah, like that. I remember doing a scary face. But you can see, there's a wee blue Peter badge. But you can see how it's essentially software for a VTuber, but it can just animate, you know, Adobe layers, which is kind of cool. And it does it in real time. It'll track your face, track your eyes, track your mouth. It listens to what you're saying to approximately give like a lip sync. And then on top of that, you can trigger off pre-animated, like a wave or something.
Do this too, okay? So if you're sitting at the front of your classroom, you're going to go with this team here, okay? Are you ready? Taking a deep breath, the howl's going to start really quiet right at your toes, and it's going to get loud.
So lip sync's a wee bit off, but obviously that's something that you could go back in and address or whatever. So I'd quite like to use the same technology there to maybe animate this, but because this is a lot simpler, we might, you know, anyway, don't know when I'll get around to that, just an idea. Just an idea. Anyway, shall we jump in? Let's bloody well jump in. Where are we? I showed my dad Neil from The Matrix. He was blown away. What the? Whoa! That guy. I like how it moves around. It's interesting, isn't it? I've lymphoma too, says Alexis Max. Like our Fred. Chemo has been a mission, but nearly finished for the time being. All the very best with it, Max. My only knowledge of it is via Fred. And It all came on hell of a suddenly, man. And what a brutal thing as well. So all the very, very best Relaxes Mix. I promised you I was going to play a game about selling drugs. You can't hear the game, can you? Here it is. There we go. Look at me playing video games on the internet. Who would have thought? What a ridiculous idea. What a ridiculous idea playing computer games live on Twitch, eh? Mr. Mediocrity, how's it going? Looking forward to receiving my drugs. That's not how it works. It's not sub for drugs. What do you think it is? In here, Zaffer Cakes? Zaffer Cakes is a drug dealer, and as a front he uses Twitch for all his payments. And I'm going to blow the lid off it. Zaffer Cakes and see that Joey Page? Bad drugs as well. I'm going to blow the lid. Mr. Mediocrity, thank you very, very much. Welcome in, how's it going? Sub for drugs, hashtag 1030. Allegedly. Should we jump in? So this is a game called Schedule 1, or Schedule. What do you think, particularly Scottish people? Schedule or schedule? I think schedule. I'm going to go for schedule, but I've heard a lot of Scottish people say schedule. One sub, one Sudafed. Don't know, Sudafed are quite dear. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to click new game. This might be kind of brutal to watch because I don't have pals just now. What will I call my drug empire? I'm not playing with pals at the moment, so this is a game that's designed to probably be played with a group of people, but I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to get the feelers for it on my own, and then we can maybe play it with a group. What should my my drug empire be called? Like bubble drugs, something like that. Drug bubble hash, I think, is a thing. $10-30 grams, I like it. Jimble juice, aye. I'd say that you schedule things on your schedule. Right, well, Chameleon, you're really covering all bases there. Jimbo joints, 10-dirty. RX 1030. Who's like the biggest drug dealer of all time? Pablo Escobar. Fuck man, this is going to take me about half an hour before I even get into the game, because this needs to be good. It needs to be funny. Did an uphill program on the exercise bike, just now eating M&Ms. Suspect one might negate the other. I think so, upstairs down. But listen, every little helps, doesn't it? Is the aim of the game to sell drugs and amass wealth? Mr. K. Watkins, that's enough now with your Q and your thing. That's enough now. You've taken that too far. You've taken that too far. To quote that sketch show. HR Puffin Stuff was my empire's name. Jimbo Hustabar, maybe. Milking my 15 seconds. Pablo S. Crowbar, I like it, Super D. We've not got the one though. We don't have the one. Cheeky Mr. Watkins. Houston's boosting, I like it. Punt, what about punting? Punting gear. Gear punter? Gear punter. Sounds like MILF Hunter. Remember that guy? What happened to him? Maybe the MILFs eventually hunted him. The hunter become the hunted. R.I.P. Gear punter, slinging, dope sling. Aquel Pharmaceuticals. I think that's us. How do you spell pharmaceuticals? Pharmaceuticals. Is that correct? I think it is. Pharma, C-E-U-T-I-C-A-L-S. Is that right? Good. Thank you very much. I think that's the best one. Skip prologue. Nah, mate, I'm all about the prologue. Here, everybody, are you ready for the prologue? Are you ready for the... Oh, what? Right, let's go. I think you can hear the game and stuff. Let me know if the audio is good. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Here we are. Hear me now. Oh. There are a number of ATMs scattered throughout Oh, we're in Heinland. Heinland Point for your convenience. Okay, look at this, folks. Look at this. It's quite an established game. So the prologue is just telling us about ATMs? Or is it like a wee tutorial? That's quite exciting. I used to work a bit where NHS Medicines Management learns a lot of fun shit. Could you get like ketamine and things? Well, looky here. Another day in paradise. Grab the trimmers from the storage rack and harvest the fully grown weed plant. Look at that, everybody. I've got a fully grown weed plant. Look at that. So I wonder if I need to separate the sexes, don't you? I don't know a lot about growing weed, but I've often considered it, but I've never actually done it. But I do know that you need to like remove the males because... but I don't know if this game's as detailed enough for that. There's my safe for all my drug money. That's cool. Weasel, I will probably want some tips in a bit, but I've literally just jumped into it. I don't know what I'm doing. So maybe give me like a wee minute. I've just like... I think I will ask. I will ask for tips. Definitely. This isn't a serious playthrough. I don't really care about it, but I want to sort of have fun and just play and use it as a point of conversation. So what I need to do is grab the trimmers from the storage rack. Trimmers, there they go. I want to access the storage. I want to take these plant trimmers. I'll put them down here. Hold on, you can't see my menu bar. Far too big here. I don't often stream games. I think here is maybe good. I think here's a good spot. So everybody, I've taken my trimmers, I've put them in my toolbar. Hello Yoda and Coke, how you doing? How safe is it if you can just lift the thing off the counter? Who knows, man? Don't know. Meatball says, if you like it and you want to get into it, you could enlist Llama later on. If they can coach Dolan to build a business, they can coach you to build an empire. I was thinking about that. So I know a couple of people who've played this before, and I've no mentioned to them, but if ever they drop in, I was going to just be like, all right, do you want to come in the game? And any work that they do will be added to this this save. Sorry, I was trying to read and talk at the same time. So there's Cutter and Ad, I think's got it, and Dolan and Llama and all of that. I think Schedule 1 is kind of yesterday's news. Everybody was playing it for a bit and the hype died off on Twitch in general. But it was on sale yesterday. I wanted to play it back in the day and I managed to get it reduced. Was it like 2 days ago? Okay, click buds to harvest. I need to harvest 8 of them. If you're wondering how to do something, there's usually input hints in the bottom left. Oh aye, input hints. So left click to harvest, A and D to rotate and escape. Oh, look at that. So I get these boyos harvest. Oh, that's a satisfying scissor noise. Can you hear that scissor noise? Maybe need to turn that up a wee bit for you to hear. I like the cool vibe in the background. It's good, isn't it? Guest dealers, yes, that would be cool. That looks delightfully fun, better than that feckin' climbing game. I like the climbing game. I like frustrating games. I think this might get frustrating at some point, because you do... I think there's like cartels and stuff in it. So that's me just trimmed my first weed plant. Oh shit, this needs water, everybody. Right, so how do I get some water? So I've got some fat buds. I've got 8 fat weed nuggets. And what I would like to... Oh, there's some water there. Okie dokie. So the watering can isn't full. But I'm sure I saw a water source somewhere. There it is. Look at this. Click and hold tap to refill watering can. Yes, man. Look. And then now... How do I... Well, dragging an item press aired. That's ridiculous. Are we watering your weed plant mini game? Cool. That was good. And see, just in case I need water in an emergency, I'm just going to leave that filled up, right? I might as well put it back in our storage to keep everything all nice. So I do have weed nuggets on me, and it might be good to get them packaged up, but I don't really know how you would do that. I don't have any money on me, but I've got $80 on my credit card. That's just a decorative plant, isn't it? Nothing really interesting here. Very Breaking Bad vibes, though, eh? Just growing weed in a camper van. Use packaging station. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. This is quite cool and chilled. So, if I put my product there, and I've got the packaging, and I pack it, yeah, look at that. Click baguette seal. This is cool, man. I could get into this. So imagine you're playing this, but you've got friends out selling the drugs that you've made. And you've got other real life people that are like doing other agriculture and getting fertilizer and all of that or something. Uh-oh. I can't unclick this. So I don't have the mouse button held down. But there's uh-oh. Right click, left click. What if I escape? Let's try that again. Might be a wee bug there, folks. Might just be my mouse is broken. I don't know. Or maybe something's full up. Maybe I've packaged enough. No, it was just a wee bug. That often happens in drug dealing. I've been on drug dealing subreddits, and quite often they say sometimes the weed doesn't go in the wee bag, and you need to just put the bag down, put the weed down, turn around, and then turn back, and you can just do it again. That's a known thing. That's very, very accurate, very realistic, folks. And there we go. Look at that. That's us packed up some weed. Drag the OG Kush into your inventory. Oh, was I not supposed to put it in the bin? Was that a bin? So, where is the... where did the... Did I just bin all my weed? This game's made by one person. I really like the vibe. Did I just put all my weed in the bin? Grab the weed out the slot. Ah, right. Got you. Its physical location was confusing me because we've got two interface layers. I've got like the menu stuff, and then I've got the representation here. That just briefly confused me, but I've got it now. I've got it. So this is OG Kush. This is standard marijuana. I don't like their use of marijuana. I would prefer they called it cannabis, because the word marijuana has got racist connotations. In America, they use marijuana because it sounded more like Mexican-y, rather than, apparently there's a movement to call it cannabis rather than marijuana, because weed was used as a big focal point of racism. They were saying, you know, all these people are coming and they're stoned up and they're going to attack us and attack our women and stuff like that because these evil drugs are making them wild. And the word marijuana was allegedly an intentional part of that because it sounds foreign. Hey, do you want to buy weed? You look as if you need weed. Do you want to buy a wee bit of weed? Hi, mate. Morning, bud. Come talk to me after you've got everything done in the RV. Well, I think I've maybe got everything done in the RV. Will I go back and see if there's anything else? Do you want to buy a wee bit of weed? See in a wee bit. I think maybe I could replant my stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe put another. There's a bin here. I don't think I've got anything to clean up. Can't get into my safe. Can't get into any of that. Everything's all packed up. I'm carrying six nugs. Can't do any of that. That's not interactable. Right, I think everything's done in the RV. Switch the lights off. There we go for electricity. This is good, isn't it? I'm quite into this. Has anyone ever done a weed? I reckon it's cool and hip. I can't comment on that. Alright, you've got goals above your head on screen. Another day in paradise. Grab the watering can from the storage rack. Alright, right. I thought I'd already done that bit, but no, it wants me to have it because I put it away. Respond to your customers in the Messages app. Alright. So how do I get to my message? Press tab to open your phone. Oh shit, man. I've left people on red. Here, Andy. Fuck. This is cool, man. So, Andy wants 2 OG Kush. I've got 8, right? 2, 4, 6. So Joe, let's see Joe first because he's wanting to pay $120 for 2. Oh no, I need to commit. I need to commit to like time shit. So it's currently, oh no, this is where the job becomes complicated. It's currently 6:30. You can complete the deal anytime within the window. Let's do it now then. Great, I'll meet you behind the pawn shop between 6 and 12. Where is the pawn shop? And should I also accept these? Meet you behind the gas station between 6 and 12. Meet you outside the Blue House between 6 and 12. Okay, right, we've got stuff to do, man. If I get a vehicle, I can't drive, can I? Hi, mate. Morning, buddy. Lovely day. Yep. If you're heading in town for some deals, would you mind grabbing some for me? Yep. Got some business with some fellas staying down the motel. Tell them you're here for Nelson's package. No need to pay for anything. If you're willing to pick up supplies yourself, just throw them on my tab. Cool, mate. Feel free to take my truck. Yes. Look at this, man. So where is there a map? Am I going this way? Do you think it's this way, folks? Is there a map? What if I... Oh, no, escape is to get out. I can't look around with my mouse, so to look behind me I need to physically turn the car. It's not in that direction. There's a big arrow telling me to go that way, so I'm going to go that way. And you know what? I'm going to drive on the left, because that's my culture, and if anybody's got a problem with that... Although I'm carrying a lot of weed that I intend to sell. Oh look, it's one of Elon Musk's shitty tunnels. Oops, I was looking at chat. This is quite chilled, isn't it? What happens if you just go this, like this? Off-road. How's the volume and stuff? Right, well there is the gas station. So one of my punters wants to meet me behind the gas station. It's happening, buddy. Alright, man. Yep. Okay, to move a custom amount, right click an item and scroll to change the amount. Okay, right click. 2. Right click. 2. And then, no. Right. Got it. Nah. Yep. 2. I just sold drugs. I just sold drugs. Right, well don't smoke it here, you nutter, man. Get up the road. See you later. Right, so where else is stuff happening? So that's met him behind the gas station. So that was Andy. Outside the Blue House. So I'm looking for a Blue House and I'm looking for a pawn shop. Blue House pawn shop. And the other guy told me a thing that I need to look out for. Blue House pawn shop. Got a doctor. The police. Right, we'll go that way, man. There's somebody there. You can't look about in the car, which is annoying. It'd be good if you could use your mouse to look around. Oops. Hi, do you want drugs? Maybe I'll speak to you in a wee minute and see if you've got it. Anyway, we're not talking about drugs. Everything's fine. We'll go over here, see if there's a Blue House over here. Hey, there we go. Yo, how you doing, man? There you go, man. What's happening? What's happening, bro? There you go, lad. See you. Does anybody remember the guy whose truck I've got? He told me something. He told me to go and speak to people, and I forget what that was. Is there any way that I can see what that mission is? So, if I tab, because that isn't a message, journal. Joe has requested a delivery. Aye. Will I phone my pal? Nah. Let's just find the pawn shop first and then I'll worry about it. Fuck, I've got a trash can inside, man. That's not a pawn shop, is it? Hardware store. I mean, it would be rude not to talk to her, wouldn't it? Hiya, do you want drugs? A free sample? I know a lot, but... yeah, just a wee bit, man. Alright, once you get addicted to that, give us a shout, right? Yeah. Right, it's a pawn shop, and whatever the... whatever that task was, it might just reveal itself. But I'm quite into this one, this is fun. I think there's a map on M. Not M. Or maybe it doesn't work in a car. Can anybody remember? Mike says it's maybe a motel or... it's not that way. Some Looney Tunes bullshit there. I passed the pawn shop. Was it the one with the bars on it? Near the gas station. Thank you, folks. There. What's happening? Sorry, I thought you wanted to buy... aye, never mind. There's an ATM, that's useful. Or a phone. Oh aye, look at that. Bit of culture. Sink. Hello, are you a pawn shop? Hello, are you a pawn shop? This is how you get arrested, isn't it? It's a hardware store, it's not a pawn shop. I thought it was a Benny Harvey. I had a pawn shop, there we go. Is it behind the pawn shop? My man, how you doing? What's happening? Alright, Joe? Sorry, I couldn't find you. Had a wee two spot for you, Bob. Friend Chelsea, aye. I think I've already spoke to Chelsea. Cheers, buddy. Right, see you later, right? Look at that, man. I've made $270. Let's go and bank that. Now, can anybody remember what my pal wanted? Want to deposit that shit, bro? 270 deposit. Yep. And I think I've still got 6 weeds. Chelsea. No, Pam. How's it going? You alright? How come I've still got 6 weeds? That guy, he's high as fuck and that's my fault. Hello, Mr. Pish, how you doing? So, some guys asked me for a favour when I'm out and about. I think it was maybe something to do with a hardware store. So let's just interact with things and see if I remember. I'd like to purchase something. Oh, look at all of this. This is good. You don't have 6 weeds, that symbol that is bound to 6 on the keyboard. Alright. Right. Right, got you, of course. So it's good to see what is available. I think I need some baggies, actually. Buy 1 baggie. I think I need some soil. And Already got. Maybe get more baggies, right? Maybe get that, right? And oh, I did do hammers. Right, see you later. Mate, have you any idea I had an obligation to a pal, he's wanting a favour and I forgot what it was. Do you know anything about that? Resume settings, I'm stuck. Contacts, can I phone my mate? I don't think the mate is in here. These are just my business contacts. Okay, talk to Uncle Nelson's contact at the motel. The motel. Right, here we go. Fastest way to unlock new customers is give free sample. Alright. A body search in progress? What does it mean, body search in progress? Who's searching me? Fuck off. No! Although, I've got nothing on me, do I? Do I have it? Aye, I do have weed on me. So I'm just going to evade the cops. Can I just do that? Body search in progress. Fuck, man. See you later. Is that cool that I did that? Right, so there should be a motel. Police station. Imagine that. Imagine just body searches. I'm out here not even doing any crime or anything like that, and they're pure wanting to body search me. Get chased. Is that the back of a motel? Ah, that looks like a motel, doesn't it? What's happening? I'm here for Nelson's package. It's already paid for. Okie dokie. Also need weed seeds. Brilliant. See you later. Yes, man, look at that. And I've, I think, successfully evaded the police. Sorry, the police. Maybe you could give out another free sample, then you're clean if you're searched. Amazing. Am I going to get in trouble if I just drive away? I mean, it's too late for that now. Hello, Jack, finest son of Cambridge. Oh, come in. I might dig this game. I know I'm very much still in the tutorial, and it's going to ramp up quite soon and get a wee bit stressful, I would imagine. For the time being, this is kind of a chill way of spending time. What do you think, folks? Maybe this is my sim game. Look at that, wonderful turbines. Remember, if Donald Trump calls them windmills... Oh no, the police are going to come back here, aren't they? So I'm maybe best just allowing a body search. So, will I go in, just dump all this stuff, and then go out and submit to a body search? Soil looks bad. Baggies looks bad. So will I just go back to the police and just be like, oh here, oh sorry, aye, I'll search me, that's fine. Otherwise I don't think it'll dismiss this body search in progress. Do you think that's a good idea? Should I just ignore the body search? Because, don't want to get in the... Oh, you can hold down right click, means that you can look about, that's good. Oh! Aye mate, sorry, sorry about that. The officer will search your inventory from left to right. Click and hold an item to conceal it. You can only conceal one item at a time. Cool, so I've concealed a watering can. Cool, man. Smell you later. Oh, God. Ah, cool. Oh, God, again. Alright, cool. Is there headlights in this game? Does anybody know? Anybody know how to put headlights on? You can brake. There's brake lights. If there's brake lights, there should be headlights. H. Ah, it's H. Quite like this. I like the music in it. Oh. B always skated away from the police. I think that was a productive first day, man. I've made more here than what I would have in my day job. Alright, here, see the guys you wanted me to talk to? They were baddies, man. Don't worry about them. I'll settle with them soon enough. Thanks for grabbing that for me. Well, I'll get you on with it, but see you tomorrow, bud. So is that my uncle? Right, let's go in and do some drug making, right? Light on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's all going well. Is that pills? Is that pseudoephedrine? Ah, right, that's for the man, isn't it? Is that for him? That's his package? No, it isn't. Did I keep the pseudoephedrine? Did I give him his package? I'm just going to keep these pseudoephedrine, right? Oh, left the headlight on in the motor. I don't know if I was supposed to give him a package or not. Plant a weed seed in an empty pot. Okie dokie. There is my seeds. And then I will go over here and I will pick one. And it said no soil. Well, I was going to put the soil in, but you told me to do the seed first. So I think that's me got everything that I need to do this. Put my pseudoephedrine back over here, right? So, 4. Get some soil in there. Click and drag to... Oh, look at this. And then you rotate it, don't you? Using A and D. Then we need some water. So I'm going to... I'm into this game. This is fun and relaxing and interesting. It's just engaging enough that it makes you forget everything else that's going on in life. Click cap to remove. Okay. And then get that in there, buddy. And then get it all patted down like that. And then I think that's us. Wrapping up head to bed when you're ready. Well, it would be irresponsible if I didn't tidy the place up a wee bit, man, you know what I mean? And how's this going? Do I need to pour water on here? It does, it needs water. And what I like to do is, let's fill this up for next time. Just so that it's good to go when I need it, yeah? Just in case I need water in an emergency. Well, I think that was quite a good, productive first day. Let's get the head down, man. Light off. Get the head down, and we'll wake up tomorrow for a whole other day of selling drugs. How good was that? Made $270, man. Your uncle is going to go spare if you keep his pills. He's going to add spinning blades to his wheels and cut your shins off. Well, that game is that's a different game than I thought I was playing. What do you think, everybody? I'm into this. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Fuck. See you later, man. It was my uncle did it. My uncle's a bad man and he told me to do it. I didn't want to do it. Bad man. Employees slacking off, try punching them. That's good. Shit, Max, I think my uncle's been busted by the police. So is this me in a new town, trying to forge a new identity? It's got awfully complex, awfully quick, hasn't it? So I assume that was the tutorial. Did I just do the tutorial, I think? But I'm quite enjoying how relaxed and chill this is. I know that people don't usually watch me to play games, but this seems kind of fun. I'm going to stick on my glasses. You're a small-time drug dealer from the south. In a fresh town with no cash, no product, and no contacts. I don't wear contacts, I wear glasses. You only know one way to make money, time to get to work. How's the audio and stuff? Everybody can hear and see me, even when there's music playing, I assume. Once again, Warpath, thank you very, very much for the Freddy stuff. Amazing. Schedule 1. There's a lot more production value in this than I thought there was. I've watched other people play this and it just looked like it was very low budget and a bit kind of hacky and all of that. But that was cool, man. Liked that a lot. Customize appearance, now we're talking, man. Now we're talking. I used to be a bit there about a year ago. Now I'm, I suppose, a bit, what, there? Maybe. Skin colour. There, maybe? Okay. Here, some here. Black here. Aye, that's kind of my vibe. It's kind of what's happening with me. Yeah, that's my setup. It's not spiked. That's maybe me, but I think probably that one is me. Face. That one. Facial hair. I'm clean shaven today. Facial details. I mean, can I zoom in? Can I zoom in to see those details? Because what I would have done, see this slider here, I would have the middle of the slider with him facing forward. So you can easily just see around like that. Whereas the extremes of the slider is where he's forward. Do you know what I mean? I would add 180 degrees onto whatever the slider value is here. And that would be a far better user experience. Devs, if you're watching, just the first wee sort of quality of life thing I've noticed here. The middle should be him facing forward so you can rotate left and right. Because if I want him to rotate left a wee bit, I need to like go all the way over here and continue it like that. Do you know what I mean? Just a wee thing. Facial detail intensity. Oh, aye. Right, so I don't like those facial detail. I don't have freckles. A wee bit of wrinkles. So I'm getting on a wee bit. And I think a wee silly smile like that. That's a good version of me, isn't it? Get the stubble, says Mitsu, do you think? Okay. Eyeball colour. I think I've got kind of... I will just go for slightly off-white. Pupil dilation. I don't really know about my own pupil dilation, I'll be honest. Eyelid. That's funny. That one. That one. Eyebrow scale, get them massive, man. Eyebrow thickness, get them big. Like that. There. What's my eyebrow resting angle? Right, that's us. Top. This is cool, man, isn't it? I really like this game. I quite like this recent trend of games. Having the tutorial before the intro feels more narrative. I'm sucked in now. I want to know what's happened to my uncle. I now know how to do drugs. I've just sold some drugs and had a fun time doing it. I've evaded the police and all of that. Needs more top eyelid. You know, I'm a man of the people. If the people want more top eyelid, I can do that. Like that? No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not... Aye, well, maybe. I think maybe a bit there. Okay. T-shirt, yes, please. I'll wear a black t-shirt. With joggers, not jorts. Not cargo pants. Guess it's jeans then. And kind of like that one maybe. Shoes, trainers. Aye, that's my setup, man. Well, actually, I've been cutting about with blue shoes recently. And for my bottoms, I've been like wearing grey trousers recently. Aye, so that's me. That's my current look this weather. Press done to finalise your character's appearance. I'm happy with that. I've played 430 hours of this already. Looking forward to the Shrooms update. No, they don't have any harem pants, unfortunately. I've got very thick eyelids, so I do look stoned, but I don't do drugs. Aye, right. Welcome to Heinland Point. I'm going to call it Heinland because that's an area in Glasgow. Open your phone and read your messages. I've got a text. I've heard you're in some trouble. Best not to talk over your mobile phone. Go find a pay phone. Okay. I've got a wee bit of drugs work to do first, though. Well, I don't actually, so all of that's fine. Don't actually have anything that I should be doing here today. So see that stuff I bought in the intro? Have I still got that? Or has time passed? All my money's reset and stuff, so that was just a tutorial. So none of that was game stuff, so this is the game now. And listen everybody, I am very aware that it's now 12:30. So 12:30 at night is not a good time to start a game proper, right? But I'm glad we did it. We went through the intro. We went through the tutorial. I've got a taste for it, and I think I might like the game. We're all set up properly, and now I know I've got a character made up, all of that sort of stuff. So, I might come on tomorrow then, and we could just, at the start, like, jump straight into it, if you want. I'm already hooked. And then especially if I can get pals in as well, that would be cool. Listen, everybody, I've really enjoyed streaming here tonight. Thanks very much for enjoying this nighttime stream. I'm going to go away to my bed because I've only had about an hour's sleep in the past 30 hours or so. I didn't go to sleep at all last night. Cheers. I'm going to raid Roscoe. It's rare that I get to raid Roscoe. I'm going to raid Roscoe just now. Please keep it real. Take it easy. It's a better stream game solo. Nice one. Well, I might have guests in to just teach me stuff or whatever. We'll see how it goes. But I like the game. So far, I like the game. Listen, everybody, my name's James Houston, and Houston's boosting. But before I go, please enjoy this magic trick. Catches after everybody. Is Roscoe live? I believe Roscoe's live.
How is everybody?
Aye. See you later, everybody. Ta-ta. Night-night.
So what trophy do you think
Night-night television people.
Forrest are going to